everybody, and welcome back to MISADVENTUROUS, the show with rocks that roll, tastes oh so droll, and something that probably rhymes, but I can't think of it at the moment. Today is a very special episode because we have a guest with us, an actual guest, not like someone who's going to be a new host like you were, Mark. It's the fabulous, fantabulous Jonny Atma. Say hi to the people, everybody.
Hello, what's up?
Yes, of GaMetal fame. He's going to be on the show today, and you have made a new character to play with us, sir. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And who is your character, and what do they do?
Apparently his name is Raven.
Because Edge.
He's a shade.
Because Edge. I'm taking notes here, and I'm slowly just drawing the atomic structure of bismuth because of all these fucking edges that you've got going on.
Apparently he's a spell sword.
I can't make fun of that one. As you may have gathered, Jonny is not entirely familiar with the Dungeons & Dragons.
No, I'm not.
But he is going to do his best today. I am also joined by, of course, the fabulous Mark Schmee.
Yeah, he was an expert on Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh, now he's 3 sessions, he's a goddamn expert.
Yeah, that was a joke, because I don't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons, to be honest.
Nothing, I'm right
If you could hear the bits that get cut out, like half the episode is me going, duh.
What are you talking about, Mark? We don't edit this show.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Please ignore the editor in the edit booth. Also joining me today is, of course, Mitchell Dunn, Mary Eby.
Yo, what's up? I'm totally not playing Smash Bros. And ignoring everybody right now.
Motherfucker, get to the microphone. Last time on MISADVENTUROUS, our heroes decided to get in a fight with the Wig Witch of the Wild Woods. They managed to defeat her and reveal the fact she had no hair, as her stepmother had her killed by a giant rosebush. They made it out of there alive, but discovered when they made it back to the pathway that their minecart full of gold had been pilfered by the goblins that they assisted, or rather beat up and then told where their gold was, which may not have been the best decision in hindsight. Either way, they've had to make their way through the forest and have finally exited, finding themselves in the Great Plains. And you may commence playing with one another, Mitchell and Mark. I will introduce Jonny's character when you get to him.
Excellent. Where are we going now?
Good question. Do you have an idea?
You're on a path, and that path does lead out into the Great Plains, which look like distant rolling hills.
I'm gonna whip out my map and
Fucker, I forgot you had that.
where the nearest, town is, so I'm not just walking on this miscellaneous path.
You do look on your map, and deep into the rolling plains to the north of you, you can see that a city has been marked. It resembles a series of large mounds and a set of eyes, a silhouette almost, and it is called Rodania.
Seems we're going to Rodania.
George's Marvelous Medicine. Had Charlie on the Chocolate Factory. Roll down.
Jeez. You do, however, notice as you've been walking that the dirt path has become brick. And up ahead is a signpost. At that signpost, there seems to be a man leaning against it in order to await travelers.
A scarecrow.
Is the road made of golden bricks?
The road has become brick, although the brick is definitely not gold. It appears to just be yellow soapstone.
Lucian, let's talk to this fella.
I don't know, man. He could try to kill us.
Oh, wow.
Look. No. But look at this guy. He's all pitch black. He's got, shit all on him. He's probably going to try and kill us. What haven't we talked to that hasn't tried to kill us yet?
Jonny,
Clearly racist.
Jonny, you have been approached by a pair of strangers on the road. One of them is a dog man that is talking, and that's fucking weird. The other one is an elf with a pair of enchanted boxing gloves on. Yes.
Notice how he never took...
I seem to have flabbergasted Jonathan.
I say
I'm thinking.
we should not talk to this guy.
And they're arguing over
How are you?
We're arguing in front of you how we should not talk to you.
I'm waiting for someone to say
I say nothing, I just watch them.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
Excuse me, stranger. We're just walking along this road to the city of
Trying
Rodania.
not to get killed.
I was hoping the wizard would give me a heart. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, my name is Bark, and this is Lucian with Vegeta hair. Who are you?
My name is Shade.
Wow.
Shade!
Your name is Shade.
His name is Shade!
Oh, shit, my name's not Shade. I was looking at the wrong word on the paper.
As you guys are talking...
He's got like a script.
Jesus, no.
He's like, these two idiots are going to come up.
I feel so sorry for your fans who have come to watch this. They do, like the first impression of their hero and idol is gonna be like, shit, he's bad at Dungeons and
I'm
Dragons.
terrible.
Okay,
My name.
What's the X modifier?
My name is Raven.
Oh, nice to meet you, Raven the Shade.
As you've been talking, a bird flying by lands on the signpost. It looks down at you and it says, "Go no further."
I'm gonna kill a bird.
Well, shit. Okay, Johnny. How will you attack the bird?
Punch it.
First, you have to.
What, mate?
I just want to make sure that wasn't me talking. That was someone doing a pitch perfect impression of me.
First, you have to reach the bird, so you have to jump. So roll athletics. Your athletics is a +5. So
I got a 12.
So you got 12 on the dice. +5 is 17. You do in fact reach it. Now roll your attack. You're going to use raw strength. You have +0 on strength.
God, I got a 1.
Johnny, you leap up to the top of the signpost, your arm outstretched to pounce this bird for daring to speak in your presence, apparently. But you roll a natural 1, which means a critical failure occurs. The bird dodges your attack and pecks you in the hand, dealing 1 damage.
Well, that was just cute.
When you hit the ground, you fall.
I'm seeing this, someone go, you got terrible punch form, kid.
That was all just an act.
That was a lie. I like you're trying so hard to be cool with this guy. I feel like you've walked
I am
up with,
cool, goddammit.
Oh Jesus! I feel like you've walked with him with original the character Donut Steel.
So, why are you going to Rodania?
Well, I'll let you answer that one, Lucian.
Supposedly, Rodania is the nearest town here, and I'm just interested in the sightseeing. They've got this massive statue of things. Might be really cool.
You don't want to go near that statue.
Why not?
Because it's haunted.
Johnny, you're gonna have to roll bluff now. You've been spewing bullshit.
I got a 16.
You got a 19 total. Mitchell, what's your passive insight?
Definitely not 19.
Mark, what's your passive insight?
22.
You know he's lying.
What makes you say it's haunted? Out of curiosity.
I was just pulling her tail. Would you guys like an extra hand?
Yes, please.
This guy we just met on the streets.
I have nothing better to do.
How did you see
might
his raven
kill us.
jump performance? I think he might be like an
The one
acrobat
that we
or a circus performer or something. Oh, it could be brilliant if we have. Oh God, please let us bring him along.
Oh, we want to keep him.
I want to point this out that the dog is begging his friend to keep a person.
You have to feed him and take care of him.
Oh, Jesus.
And like you got to pick up his droppings. You have to take responsibility for this man.
As you guys have been discussing your new addition to your party, the bird that landed on the signpost has metamorphosized. Earlier it looked like some sort of sparrow, but it metamorphosized now into an owl. And it looks down at you, Johnny, and it says, "Is GaMetal the first thing that you ever did on YouTube, and why did you choose your content to be metal covers of video games?"
It is the first thing I've done on YouTube. I always used to mess around and do like little tiny metal covers that I recorded. They weren't good.
How good? How not good are we talking here? Are we like Charlie Brown Christmas special?
Some of them
bad?
are on my website. You can hear them. They're very bad.
Oh.
I think they're very bad. Some people like.
Is that still JonnyAtma.com?
Yeah. You know, my friends liked them, and I was just, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube and see what happens.
Now back in the real world, the owl says.
Mate, can I ask Johnny a question?
Sure.
Oh well, certainly, Mark.
Sure.
Johnny, have you ever edited Wikipedia?
No.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. You hold on a second.
Well, that certainly was a question.
You what, Mark? The owl thanks you for your time and then flies away, metamorphosizing into a seagull as it does.
That was weird.
What are you talking about? You just tried to punch a bird thing.
I had no idea what YouTube is.
Meanwhile, back in character.
Are you okay? You were talking to like the wind for a second. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Speaking in tongues.
Are you guys headed down?
This guy's crazy. There's no reason we should take him.
Are you guys headed down the road?
Yeah.
The three of you are now headed down the road towards Rodania, and eventually you come across the midway point according to your map, which marks it as a bridge. The bridge is about 45 feet long because it's on a giant canyon. You can see a river rushing at the bottom. The underside of the bridge looks absolutely pitch black, and there is a sign nailed about 4 feet away from the front of the bridge that says danger.
I say not it.
Not it.
Nah, I ain't going there. I ain't going to Dangerville.
Maybe I could check out the bridge.
You could. You would have to roll perception.
I rolled an 11, so yeah, 23.
With a 23, you look at the bridge, and the things that your senses point out is, for one, a thick, disgusting stench that comes from beneath it. Not only that, but the fact that there seem to be bones littering the ground down at the riverbed, and the fact that this sign was placed so far away from the bridge gives you a lot of information that there is something living under that bridge.
So I can tell you guys why it smells bad, and there are bones, so I'm getting a troll.
So, a giant sack of nope. We should not go down that area.
because I like living.
Have you no sense of adventure?
None, actually.
Oh, you know what? I like this new guy.
Mark would be like, yeah.
I say we go down the.
Johnny's character, Mark, are you following? Is anybody following Johnny?
Not it. JPEG.
I will cautiously follow Raven.
Damn it! Now my dog's falling. Fuck.
All right, you head for the bridge. As soon as you make it past the warning sign is when your perception allows you to smell that very odd mix of oil, sweat, blood, and bone marrow. As you get closer, that smell gets stronger, and you take your first step on the creaky boards. And you hear...
That's pretty good.
It appears that the troll is asleep.
So it's definitely a troll.
If you assume it's a troll.
Oh, guys, there's something under the bridge.
Just say the troll is asleep, and then say if you assume it's a troll. Just wait, right? This is what he does. This is what he flipping does.
If we pass over the bridge quietly, the troll won't wake up.
I'm gonna be the first to say that quiet is not my forte.
I say we leave the elf. He's a pussy.
Me and Lucian have been through some adventures before I even met you, even though we have great friends now. I think it would be best if we all stuck together, just in case the troll wakes up, which is unlikely, isn't it, you know?
Look, Bart, if we leave him, he's going to follow us. He's not going to stay by himself.
I'm just going to go across the bridge now.
Oh, are you going to roll stealth?
Sure.
Because the troll is asleep, he has a -10 to perception. If you assume he's a troll.
If you assume he's a troll. You
Eat a dick, 21.
You made it all the way across the bridge without incident. You stepped somewhat lightly and have actually a really high score, so you managed to find the spots that don't creak so much. And you make it all the way to the other side.
I'm just gonna chill out.
All right, your friend has now made it all the way across the bridge. What would you two do? Johnny?
I'm following behind.
All right, so roll stealth, Johnny.
17.
His stealth is like 12.
That is a 30 total.
Ow.
That's insane.
Jesus.
You seemingly glide across the bridge.
I told you I was cool.
Wow. It's like he engages his Heelys. Just. Mark, you are currently the only one who is not across the bridge. You would have to roll stealth to get across.
Okie dokie, here we
Or
go.
just
So I've got
fucking
a
run like a
stealth
badass.
score of 5, which doesn't bode too well. Let's roll the dice. Right, I just rolled a 6. Christ. So
You got
11.
You got 11 total.
Yup.
Oh, let's roll. You made it across just fine. While you were walking across, you did step on an extra creaky board, though, and when you did, the snoring stopped dead for just a moment. The air seems to hang still, but you took another step and escaped that squeaky part, and managed to make it all the way across the bridge. Congratulations, you didn't get in a fight with a troll way high level than any of you.
Thanks.
What would you have done if we did?
You would have fought a level 9 troll.
And lost, I presume.
I was saying, like, there's legitimately no way we can win
Correction,
that.
you would have run from a level 9 troll. Now that you guys are fully across, Mitchell,
Yes.
you hear something a bit far away from you.
And what is that something?
It is screaming, going, hey! Hey!
Nope.
Oh, you just ignore it. Wow. Mark, with your, actually, you and Johnny both, because Johnny's passive perception is pretty high. Well, high enough. You can actually see off in the distance that at the edge of the woods is one of the goblins from before, and he's currently waving a gold brick at you guys.
I know that guy.
He's like, ha 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 ha, and he's rubbing himself in the dick with it.
I'm gonna pull out mine.
I don't know him very well, though, you know.
Wow, redaction. As he continues waving the gold brick, he continues to mock you and apparently doesn't affect any of you guys, but then eventually he screams out, when did you get started playing the guitar? Were you classically trained or did you learn from a tutor?
I was not classically trained. I did not learn from a tutor. I learned from myself in a book that sucked. It was like rock guitar for beginners. It taught you like simple Santana chords and stuff.
Oh God.
But I started when I was 14.
And how long-
I played in bands and stuff with my friends.
That's my second question is you've played in bands. Like what kind of bands did you play in and what was that like?
Crappy local metal bands. That was later on, but before I had another band that was a funk and R&B band, but I didn't play guitar. I played keyboard. And I did a little bit of singing.
I'm sure a lot of your fans have noticed that you're pretty all around with the way you play instruments. Like you play everything, all of your tracks, all of it, right?
Yeah.
And what made you decide to do that? You'd become the jack of all trades, master of none.
Whenever I was in bands, like when I was younger, I would always have ideas, and no one was on board with them. What? No one was on board with them. No one wanted it. It's weird. And I just wanted to write my own stuff, and I was like, I wanted to sound like this, I want to sound like this. If they don't want to do it that way, then I'll do it my goddamn self. So I learned how to play drums on my friend's drum set because he left it at my house because we practiced there.
Yeah.
Bass is, if you play guitar, you can probably play bass. I'm sorry, bass players.
That's fine.
I knew a little bit of music theory from being in band in school. I played tuba and trombone And from there, I learned all the brass instruments, but I know how to read music and all that crap.
And so you put it all together, and what do you got?
Pancakes.
It's fucking
And I always kind of messed around with video game stuff. Like, the first thing I ever learned was how to play the Zelda Overworld theme on
Really?
on
That was
on keyboard.
of all the
On
things to
keyboard.
be first. Not Mario,
No.
not a Pokemon
And
thing.
I just want to say, I did this before the video game piano guy was ever popular. I did the Contra thing before that one guy did the Contra thing really good. It wasn't as good. No, but really, though. You know, from there, I just kind of learned how to record stuff, and it wasn't good at first, but with experience.
As the three of you finally make it past the supposed troll bridge, if you suppose it is a troll, and if you suppose the bridge is a bridge and that up is up, then you would continue down the road, and eventually you come across a crossroads. There at said crossroads, you see a large cart with the side of it laid down. It is open and appears to be some sort of store.
I'm going to see what's in the store, approach the place.
You approach the store. There is a gnome sitting there who says, "Greetings."
I really like gnomes.
Hello, says the gnome to Mark.
So my dog really likes gnomes. What do you have to offer, sir?
I am a potion seller.
Let's kill him.
Wow.
God, right, look. I know
me
we
out.
just narrowly avoided a fight, like literally 1 minute ago.
How
Well-
much for 5 health potions?
You can't have my potions.
Okay, goodbye. And then I'm going to leave.
Guys, I told you, let's kill him. He's a dick.
Why can't we have the potions? Is there like a cool story about it?
You cannot have my potions because my potions are for only the strongest creatures, and none of you are the strongest.
I'm going to throw my sword at his face.
Johnny's a fucking ass.
I'm tired of his shit. I'm going to throw my sword at his face. You think I'm playing?
You're going to throw it? Like
You're gonna throw your sword.
Please say
You're
you're
not.
not like swing.
You're not gonna attack him. You're gonna throw your sword. You're legitimately. You're throwing the sword.
I'm throwing it right at his face.
All right, motherfucker, roll. Roll basic range. Do you want to pull this?
Shit. I got a 7.
Well, you got 10 total.
10 total?
You throw your sword at his face. The gnome leans slightly to the left as it sails past his head and hits a potion behind him, shattering it and sending glass everywhere. The gnome then looks at you, Johnny, and says, 50 gold.
What kind of spells do I have?
You.
I ain't got time for this shit.
It is when Johnny apparently pretends to actually fight this guy. As he's readying his magic, you guys, especially Mark, you can hear some rustling coming from down the road, like galloping horses.
Look at noise.
You turn, Mitchell, and you look, and you see 4 figures on horseback barreling towards your location. The ones in the back appear to have long halberds. What are you two going to do about these horse riders heading straight for you?
Prepare my fists and total defense.
What about you, Mark?
I'm really confused.
Johnny has started a fight with the gnome, apparently. He's about to attack him. There's 4 people on horseback barreling towards your location. What are you going to do about it?
The horses are coming, I will defend.
All right, so you total defense as well. We're going to have to roll for initiative because Johnny started a fight. But first, roll your attack, Johnny. What attack do you want to use?
Unseen hand.
Well, you have to attack him first. So you're going to punch him because you threw your
Yes.
weapon?
I'm going to try to punch him.
All right, roll basic melee.
God damn it, 7.
You punch at the gnome, who leans to the right this time, entirely out of the way of your fist. And he says, I told you are not the strongest, and you are not worthy of my potions.
Magic missile.
You can't attack twice in a turn unless you blow something called an action point. Do you want to use one of those?
Sure.
Fine.
I'm trying to win.
It's okay, fine. You know what? Use it. You can't use it again this fight.
Okay.
You blast your action point, and you hit him with your magic missile. Sling it out of your hand. It smacks him in the face, and he dies.
Thank God.
It only did 4 damage, but he was a minion, meaning he only has 1 health.
Okay.
Johnny has now
thank
killed
God, thank
someone.
God.
I'm going to see if any of these potions have labels when I get the chance.
Are we the bad guys?
Hey, I can't control his actions.
You are too fucking neutral, okay? Stand for something, you elfin bastard.
I'll stand to not get hit by these guys.
The horses, as they approach, suddenly come to a careening halt. And they all stand there as the leader of this group gets off their horse. And that's when you guys notice this person is only like 3 feet tall.
Bollocks.
They then hobble towards you and take off their hood, revealing themselves to be an old crone woman. She looks at you 3 and goes, bloody hell, as she snorts and hawks a loogie into the nearby grass. We were coming to get this, Mark.
Missed your opportunity.
You say this to her. She looks at you and then looks back to her group and looks back at you and says, who are you boys and who are you working for?
Who we are is none of your goddamn business. And we work for ourselves.
So you got no gang, you're not from here, and you got no backup.
Don't need it.
She whistles.
I'm a puncher right there.
Oh! Yes! Great.
This is what we do now.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
senseless
You got
violence.
no gang. You got no backup. About to whistle. Fuck that. Punch her in the face.
Mitchell, roll your attack.
All right,
He's
that'll
one of
be
Sally's
a
He was a
22.
2 versus AC to hit it.
You throw your punch, and the jab hits the old woman straight in the jaw. One thing you notice that throws you off, her head doesn't barely move. You do nail her, however, and you do your damage. Roll your damage,
I
sir.
gotta make my secondary attack first.
Oh,
I
fine.
got a cross.
And the cross will be a 19 versus her reflex.
You see her try to juke her way out of the cross, but you actually clip her in the forehead with that too. Boom! You notice once again, she keeps that steely-eyed glare on you the entire time.
Now I'm gonna roll my damage.
15.
Holy shit! That's a lot of
And then
fucking
another
damage.
4, so that's 15 damage.
When you hit her with the cross, your fist bounces off her head. You know she didn't move much, but you know you hit and you hit good. You see a fat bruise forming on her head. And then she says, "Now you're gone and done it," and she pulls out her widow's knife. After you attack Mitchell, by the way, the bandits immediately throw off their cloaks and step down. You note that all of them are bearing the same insignia emblazoned on their leather armor.
How many are there?
There is 3 bandits and the old woman.
I'm gonna look at you, Mr. Shade, and say, please grab your sword.
I'm gonna grab my sword.
You see that this old woman immediately pull out her dagger and perform a tumbling toss attack. She shifts immediately around to behind Mitchell, rolling across the ground with surprising agility for someone of her age. Draws her dagger and gains combat advantage against you, which gives her plus 12 against your AC. She rolls her attack, and you feel the dagger plunge into your hamstrings.
Ooh.
She stabbed you in the butt.
Jeez, that's my ass.
When she hits you take 1, 2, 3 D4s of damage for a grand total of 15 damage right back at you into your booty meat.
I don't know. I'm supposed to be the one to say booty meat.
What is this show? I mean, what is it?
That's just a common practice of us. It's like, I say booty meat, and Olin is just loud and angry.
You can also hear her cursing under her breath, Mitchell, in Elven.
What curse words? I speak elf.
She is referring to your mother as a harlot and a charlatan, and that she is going to string your guts up for the crows. And that's her turn. So next is Mitchell.
I will turn around, and then I'm going to punch her. That will be a very big number on punching her.
And you must roll it again. You have triggered her special ability, Second Chance, which forces you to re-roll any roll that she doesn't like when you hit her with an attack. You think you're about to hit her, but she actually pulls down the front of her robes like, oh, that's gross, to throw you off.
All right, so in that case, that'll be
Them leathery flapjacks.
A 21.
But you shake it off and immediately punch her again in her big curly nose.
The cross will be 23.
Ain't you got no respect for an old woman?
no. And then I will action point,
And then I will use
rain of blows to punch her 2 more times.
What the fuck? Mitchell!
All right, that will be 19 versus 8.
You hit. Mitchell is apparently drilling this old woman with his fucking fist. Boom, 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 boom.
And that was a crit.
All right, it's time to party. Engage the punches. We really should add webcams to this show. That dance was incredible.
So I'm going to roll all of that damage now.
We had a beating up old ladies dance party just now. This is going to be sick.
32.
You see your friend react to being flashed them leathery flapjacks and just go insane with the punching of the old woman. We're talking every single angle. He is bouncing her crankly old noggin around, just clang, pow, 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 pow. Eventually, he hits her with an uppercut. Boom, boom, boom. Her dentures come flying out of her mouth into the sky. They glisten in the sun before hitting the ground along with her stone-cold dead body.
That's what I'm talking about.
You hear bloody hell next to you guys. The bandits are all standing next to you, but they look absolutely flabbergasted at the complete and utter reckoning of their boss. They look at you guys and say, we could just leave.
Now's the time to surrender, yeah.
They all look at each other and consider it. Are you going to encourage them to surrender, Johnny and Mark?
And,
Yes.
Yes.
Shame on you guys.
That'll
Shame.
be a diplomacy check to try and.
Your standard actions are over.
over.
It is actually Johnny's turn.
Okay.
Are you going to try and intimidate them or diplomacy them to convince them to quit?
Yes.
All right. What do you want to roll? Diplomacy or intimidate?
Intimidate.
Do you want to use
I got 12.
you want to use your magic or your skill? Because you have the ability to use your magic to intimidate instead of using charisma.
Then I'll use that.
You activate your
you
special
don't use that
ability as the shadows around you warp to your skin and make you appear larger and more frightening, forming large.
Bilbo Baggins, do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks.
As you tell them what, Johnny?
There's more where that came from. I don't know.
I love it.
The bandits, look at this. Start moving back away from you as they drop their halberds and blades. One of them pisses himself, and they all run for the hills. As they do this, one of them stops, turns around, and says to you, "The final battle with Ganon was absent from the Ocarina of Time medley. Were there any plans to do that in the future?"
What is he talking about? No,
Meanwhile, back in the studio.
maybe. I just don't like the final battle with Ganon music.
Oh!
I just don't. That's just the honest truth.
There are some people's
but
opinions who are
but
gonna
it
get
doesn't
hurt.
matter what I like, what I don't like, because I still do songs I don't like sometimes. A lot of people have been wanting me to do it, so I'll probably do it eventually. And
Are you gonna try and game it to where you can enjoy it some more?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, of course, because I think it's kind of boring.
Oh,
But
wow.
I like the Ganondorf battle music better.
Really?
Yeah, which is before the final battle music.
What are some examples of stuff that you didn't like that you did?
I don't think I want to say that because then I'll offend people. For real. Because
So people can know like how good of a job you do, even when you're doing it just for them. Like you're doing them a favor.
there are some of the songs in the fan medleys I don't like.
Wow, mystery.
But I mean, it was unavoidable because it was
which
picked up
fan
random.
medley? Come on.
There was a couple in the Sonic medley,
Okay.
and I think I like.
Real talk. I love the Sonic medley because Supersonic
It turned
Racing.
out really good.
I want an entire get Edo Bean, the person who featured on that. Do just a full Supersonic race. Just do that song. I need the GaMetal single of Supersonic Racing.
You gotta keep your feet on the ground. And there was probably one or two in the NES medley I didn't care much for. But
Very much.
I did the best
You
I
mean
could.
the Tetris theme is shit? Stop saying stuff like that.
The Tetris theme, which one? One of them shit. There's multiple Tetris.
After your lovely answer, the bandit says, "Oh, well, thanks for that, mate. By the way, name's Joseph Mazzola," as he runs away.
Bye, Joseph. Don't come back.
Right. Won't be seeing me again till we get back up. And the bandits hop on their horses and run.
I'm gonna loot the shit out of this old lady.
You look at the old lady body. What you find on the old woman is a set of warped leather armor intended for a small class creature with a bandit insignia on the chest. The insignia resembles a viper wrapped around the neck of a bull.
Throw it away.
Throw it away. You find 10 throwing daggers on her and a widow's knife.
Anyone want these? Anyone?
Grab a couple of daggers. They might come in under.
All right.
You have a couple of throwing daggers. Let's say 2 or 3. huh?
Excellente.
I'm just gonna throw the rest of that shit. Just
Wow, fucking Mark, you haven't had a turn in a while. What are you going to do now?
In an empty field with dead bodies.
You are now in an empty field, and your friend just clobbered an old woman to death in front of you with his bare hands. And your
Yeah.
other new friend magic missiled and accidentally killed the potion seller.
That wasn't
All
happening.
right.
Pardon me. He
Yeah.
entirely,
That was not an
intentionally killed the potion seller.
Are you guys all right? I mean, do you have stuff going on? What is happening here? I mean, am I traveling around with like some really heavy baggage that I just don't know about?
don't give
I mean,
me that.
chill out.
We got no gang. We got no backup. That was a threat if I've ever seen one.
We had to take care of business.
All right, fair enough. You have convinced me.
Johnny, what are you going to do?
Take my sword back.
You climb into the potion seller's booth, stepping in some of the weird, like, puddles of green stuff that came out of that bottle you shattered, and pull your sword loose from the wood. You now have your sword back.
I want to see what kind of potions he had.
You look around and see most of these potions here are unlabeled, probably because he didn't want people eyeing certain ones and nabbing them. And currently you don't see any way to tell how these potions function other than making knowledge checks, or just drinking them.
I'm gonna check him out.
Via what?
Knowledge. I don't know.
Wow. Let me see. A few of them do emanate magic off of the bottle, so you could roll Arcana for a few of them.
Okay, I want to do that.
All right, there's currently 3 bottles. One of them is a black glass bottle that is tall and narrow and has a red cork. The other one is a golden bottle that's short and fat with a wooden cork. And the last one is a blue bottle with a bright blue cork and is glowing.
Yes, you take the blue bottle, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Coming in for the reference.
The second one.
So you take the
golden
golden bottle.
Yeah.
And you roll Arcana to try and discern the magic from within.
Fucking 7.
You got 19 total. And you bring the bottle closer to your face and deeply inhale the magical fumes that are coming off of it.
And get high.
When you do this, your brain picks apart the different signals that it receives from the arcane doings inside, and you realize that this is a potion of sanctification. It is a potion that, when drunk, can shield your body against unholy magic, such as demonic magic or the magic of the undead.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
You now have a potion of sanctification in your pouch. Mark, are you gonna do anything else?
No, I guess not.
So wait, are you just
Sorry, I'm like kind of dumbfounded. I don't know.
She stabbed me in the butt. She deserved all 4 of those punches.
You are bleeding from the butt.
I need to go deal with that, in fact. Like, I'm a
Do you want me to patch up your butt?
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
Oh wow. You can roll a healing check, I guess. It's a
I'm
little
gonna take
awkward.
5 minutes to rest and
All right.
get back my encounter power.
You guys take a short rest, get back all your doings, and you can now set off back on the road. Do you do so?
I'm just gonna take all of the rest of the potions, by the way. I'm not looking
You can't
at
fit
it.
all those potions in your bag.
Oh, they're not. So how big are the thing?
Each potion bottle is about the size of a water bottle, and there is an entire inventory of potions here. This is a full shop.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna take the shiniest looking ones.
The shiniest looking ones are the other 2 that Johnny did not take, the black skinny one and the blue bottle. You take both of them,
Yeah, there we go. That's
and
all
you
I
put
do.
them in. And you're not going to search for anything else?
Let's look at the gnome's body. Let's see what he's got.
You look at the gnome's body. You find a piece of paper written in gnome. You throw it away. You also find a small key, and you find a feather that is slowly shifting to the color black. It was red, and it is now turning black in your hand.
Moral history to see what I know about this. 7.
You roll history and say, nah, fucking gnome trinkets.
Took my
It
number.
means nothing. Means nothing to you.
This key, I'm gonna check this thing. Does he have anything that's key worthy?
You have to search his box.
Let's search his box.
Roll perception to search.
Roll perception.
Mark and Johnny, what are you doing while your friend searches the box?
I'm gonna look for gold.
All right, you're gonna have to roll perception as well. You're gonna help him search the box.
Okay.
And Mark, what are you gonna do?
Do you know what I mean? I'm in a weird situation. I'm sort of looking around as if I can see it where I'm in my room here, which is really weird.
I got a
I got a 17 total.
I got a 16.
All right, go on then. Have a look around. Do you say he's got like a little shop or something?
Yeah, the whole
Like,
the shop itself is a wagon that is a large box that apparently folds in on itself to become a closed wagon. It was open when you guys arrived and it's still open now. You can see lots of shelves, a very small door intended for a gnome that it would take a small child or a squeezing adult creature to fit through.
Yeah, sure. I'll have a look around this.
All right, everybody's rolling perception. So you roll perception, Mark.
Okay.
Mitchell, what did you get? You got 17?
Yes.
Rolling 17, you begin searching around. And you do find a small little cigar box with a lock on it underneath the front counter. You attempt the key. It does not fit.
I'm see the door. Does that door need a key at all?
When you go to the door, you see that it does in fact have a keyhole, and you put your key in it, and it opens the door. And when you open it, it goes ding dong. You can now see, like you'd have to squeeze down in there to get to see into the door.
Lean down, see in the door.
You poke your head into the door, and when you do, a little broom paps you in the face.
Ow.
Get away!
Relax. Are you okay? Just calm down.
They keep papping you with the broom.
I'm gonna roll diplomacy. Just
pat,
calm
pat.
down. Calm down, man.
They then pull the broom inside and slam the door.
I still have the key.
Johnny, it's now your turn.
I rolled a 16.
You see pretty much the same thing Mitchell did, but where you searched, you also found a small black bag that is sealed with a golden rope.
Well, I'm gonna open it.
You attempt to open it. And this is when you learn that the bag is magically sealed. You would have to roll Arcana to open it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Did you get 7 again?
No, I got a 1.
You got 13 total. You can feel your magical energies flowing through your arms as you attempt to release the seal. But it holds true, and in order to attempt again, you'd have to change the way you approach the situation.
I'm gonna try to cut it open with my sword.
Okay, then roll your attack with your sword.
12.
17 total. You attempt to saw through the bag, and you see the fabric giving way. Eventually, you take the head off. And when you do, you can see inside that the bag appears to be some sort of void.
Cool.
Are you gonna do anything with the void bag?
I'm gonna reach inside of it.
He reaches into the bag, and you feel something. A small box of some kind with a handle.
I'm gonna try to pull it out.
You grab it and pull it out. What you pull out is a massive suitcase that when it's free of the box is incredibly heavy. You either have to drop it or roll athletics to keep it from hitting the ground.
Roll athletics. My guy sucks. 2.
You manage to slow the box down, but it does hit the ground with a whump, and I need to roll to see if anything broke inside. By the way, Johnny, as you're doing this, you see a little window about eyeball height next to one of the shelves, and in it someone peeks through the curtains to look at you. You can see what appears to be a gnomish child's face that immediately runs as soon as it catches your eye.
Oh, he's got kids.
So much for that.
Nothing inside the box broke as far as I know.
Okay.
You do hear, however, a clank as it hits the ground.
I try to open it.
You try to open it. It is definitely locked. All right, now it is Mark's turn.
Horrified. I'm actually horrified. I'm assuming what we've got here is like a dead gnome father, and that's his wife and kids inside the thing who have seen it all happen.
No, he was being a dick.
This is exactly like when you first play Morrowind. Everyone is rude to you in the beginning of that game, and so you just immediately kill him.
So have you ever worked in retail, Johnny? I think you'd be perfect for it.
No. That's okay.
Oh, I feel like I should do something.
So you can say pass. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, go on. I'll pass this go.
As you guys are doing this, the shape-shifting bird returns, coming and landing on top of the cart. It looks down at you all as it transforms into an ostrich for a moment, and is now far too heavy to actually keep its balance up there and falls off the back of the cart.
So, key on the thing.
Johnny, Mitchell's character, Lucian, approaches you and offers to use his key on the box that you found.
Okay.
It opens. When it does this, you see a red light go along the inside rim.
I'm going to open it from behind.
He opens it, and what you see inside, Johnny, is a collection of bottles that are strangely shaped. They're bent and bubbling and all dark green and contain some strange light that glows red.
I'm going to try to figure out what they are.
All right, you have to roll some kind of knowledge check, either history or arcana.
History. You already know what I fucking got. 7.
What the fuck? You roll 7 plus 5, which is 12, which means you can learn a little bit more than the average Joe. You think, and you go, now gnomes do have a tendency of collecting magical things. Sometimes when they operate as traders, they buy and sell things from other people. So this could have come from almost any race, not necessarily just gnomes. So this is probably one of his rare imports. So you know, whatever it is, you know it's probably valuable to somebody.
How many can I take?
There are 6 of them. You could take them all.
I want to take all of them.
You take all 6, boom, 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 and put them in your bag. You now have 6 mysterious green bottles. The box itself, once it is empty, closes on its own. Mark, it's your turn again.
Right.
He's still probably sitting there.
I'll check out the ostrich that fell off the back of the cart and see if that's all right.
He's like, finally, something that isn't downright despicable to do. I'm guessing Barkley has a bit of a problem with the looting.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it has a problem. It's not his thing. It's not his cup of tea. Bit of looting.
You make your way around the cart, and you find the ostrich righting itself by turning into a flamingo.
Hey, flamingo, can you talk?
The flamingo looks at you and says, "Go no further.
Yeah, you said that before. Can you elaborate, please?
Death awaits."
Wow.
I wasn't paying attention. Did the ostrich say this?
Yes, but it's a flamingo now.
Oh.
As it transforms into a chicken.
Mr. Chicken, I'm traveling with 2 of my bestest buddies, but they are insane. Perhaps if you secretly hide inside my jumper, they will not notice you, and I could smuggle you around for a bit.
The chicken looks at you and says, "Go no further," and then turns into a parakeet. Zoom.
Silly prick.
And starts hopping towards your jacket.
Oh.
Yeah, it actually seems like he's down.
Oh, cool.
The parakeet allows you to pick him up and climbs inside your jumper pocket.
Cool.
You now have a tiny parakeet with you that is hiding.
Excellent.
Now then, what are you guys going to do collectively? What do you think you should do now that you've successfully looted this man's establishment and business?
Now that we've successfully looted his establishment, killed the father of them, and that old lady. And
you killed the shit out of that old lady. And thank you for playing, everybody. And we'll be catching you next time on Misadventures, where we'll be seeing exactly what happens to our heroes in the next stage of their journey.